really upsets me and annoys me when you like rip the piss out of me in front of my mates. And I was
Yeah.
like, what? And I was like, I do that to everyone. He's like, yeah, I know, but like in front of my mates, he's just like, I don't, because Nick didn't used to be a piss
Ellie,
take
are you
at
talking
all.
about the time you met Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Well, that's good, because this is the episode
You're such an
19
asshole!
of the 2-Minute Terminator. Hi, I'm Ethan McKinley, and here we are with another episode of the wonderful 2-Minute Terminator, where we break down the Terminator films 2 minutes at a time. We are, in fact, going from minutes 36 to 38. And Ellie was just regaling us just before we started recording with the story when she met Arnold Schwarzenegger and Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage, of course, being very upset that she was a bit of a piss taker, whereas Arnold obviously kind of got that she was just fucking around as a term of endearment, if you will, as friendship, as all good friendships start. Now, with that feather in our caps, I bid thee welcome and hit the music.
Howdy, stranger.
Don't say howdy, stranger, to me.
Hi, I'm Chief Master Sergeant William Candy.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Yes, in fact, we are here. The 2 minutes start with Arnold getting hit in the face with essentially a construction crane off the back of a truck. And it ends with Arnie riding the truck. So off we go. Hey, Ellie, how's it going?
Hi, Ethan.
Yeah.
It's lovely to talk to you.
Oh, I'm good. It's lovely to talk to you.
I didn't ask if you were good. I just said it was nice to talk to you.
Oh, well, it's nice to talk to you as well. It has been a while.
It has been.
It's been 5 days, sadly.
How's Birmingham?
Dull as always. I did hand over fan t-shirt to John Nichols. He said
I saw. I loved his I thought his picture in retort to Spaldner was amazing.
I actually thought he was going to have, well, he said like, I assumed that it was going to be dildos on the t-shirt, not Nerf guns.
No, see, that would have just made it smutty. It's easy to
That's
laugh,
how
like,
I would have
dick
done it.
jokes.
Yeah.
It's too easy. I like the fact that it was just proper plastic, like water pistol. Yeah, that was great.
I actually tried to do the show on Saturday night without you on my own.
Oh, okay.
I got to like 11 minutes in, and it was just literally me going, yeah, there's a truck going by, and that's the TX firing a weapon. I was just doing commentary, and then I go, oh, I went for to the toilet early, and I kind of weird into my own shoe, which I actually did.
Oh my god.
And I couldn't get the mix of semi-autobiographical content with actual stuff that's
With
happening in the thing.
on.
And also because we kind of I put the trivia in last week's episode because the Indian motorcycle section corresponded to the bit when he was on an actual bike. So this section is actually pretty much trivia free, but Ellie's here, my co-host, and we're going to take it from there. Ellie, you've been watching the clip. We are in fact going from 36 to 38. I'm assuming.
I can't believe you actually tried to do it without me.
I did. I thought I was going to be actually really good at it. I thought it'd be like the Bill Burr podcast, but sadly.
Yeah, but you're not Bill Burr.
I know. I've not got 22 years of stand-up comedy and racontorialism to back me up.
It's not as funny.
So, Ellie, the
yes,
clip.
Ethan. Clip, yes. I've been watching it on loop since last night. What can I say about this clip? Okay, so I actually found this whole scene like it's a kind of a mirror image of what happens in Terminator 2 when you first get the chase between Robert Patrick, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Edward Furlong.
Yeah.
The music's almost the same.
Mm-hmm.
So did they use some of the same original score? Because there are some bits in it that literally sound identical to when there's the chase in the second movie.
No, but I guess Marco Beltrami obviously did an original score for this film. He's not Brad Fiedel. Obviously, they're two different people. Not in the sense that he's not as good as Brad Fiedel.
But Brad Fiedel did the first.
The first
score,
two.
Didn't he?
But
did he do the second one as well?
He did, yeah.
Oh wow, it sounds very different.
Well, I think in the 80s, I guess all you had back then in terms of electronic scoring was like the Moog or some such thing. I think when it came to Terminator 2, he had to kind of up his game, I guess, and bring in a bit of orchestra. So it's more of a kind of It's less electronic and more of a romantic kind of like sweeping.
What? That's
score.
rubbish. Bring back the Moog.
Well,
Yeah, so... Sorry, carry on.
it sounds very dated, doesn't it? So I guess Marco Beltrami was kind of like take a few cues from, I guess, what you'd say were like touchstones of the Terminator sound, if you will, those signature sounds. Because he does like, obviously, you know, touches on the main theme that Brad Fiedel created, obviously. So maybe
Ethan,
he's just...
of all the times that you can properly pronounce your A's, you choose it in the wrong word. Beltrami.
Yeah.
It's Beltrami, you douche.
It's Beltrami.
It's not.
Inanimate objects don't get the R, the invisible R's, and people do.
It sounds like a cured meat.
Charles. Bath.
It's not Beltrami. It's Beltrami.
Anyway, speaking of cured meats, the failed Saturday episode, when I tried to do it on my own, I was trying to Google stuff at the same time as talking, so I was trying to find out who the firemen were on this actual fire truck. Firemen. Wheelchairs. And
Are you receiving fellatio right now?
I wish.
The firemen.
No. The three firemen, he says, get out, or whatever he says. There's a slight, tweak on that kind of classic
He says,
line.
I'll drive.
That's the one. Just like Terminator 2 when he says, get out.
Get out. No, that's in the first movie.
I know, but the T-1000 says it in the second movie.
Get out. Yeah, it doesn't sound as good, though. He hasn't got the Austrian accent.
No.
Although, I've just noticed something else that I actually missed yesterday. That horrible jacket that Arnold's wearing.
Yeah.
It's lace up at the side.
Yeah, which weirdly, because they've tried to get this like very slick, modern-looking jacket with those like panels on the shoulders, and then
it just looks bad.
It's got lace-up sides, which would evoke more of a traditional kind of leather jacket, and the mix of the two.
Do you know what the laced-up sides made me think of?
Yeah, his trousers.
Yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, lace-up trousers at the side just don't look good on men.
It looks really gay, and I love the gays, but that just looks too gay. I don't like it. It just looks naff. Looks really naff. Say no to lace up leather. It's not about that.
Well, here's one thing about the bit of the clip, the enormous thing that happens in this clip, of course, is the truck flips over. Now in The Dark Knight, the 2008 Christopher Nolan film, when Heath Ledger is driving the 18-wheeler, they actually flipped a real truck for that. So why they didn't do it for this, which was at the time, I think, pretty much the most expensive film ever made, or one of them, they couldn't flip an actual truck. So it's this very kind of like, is it obvious CGI? I don't know. Maybe in '93 it would have looked good.
A couple of bits, again, when I was watching it last night, a couple of bits, I could actually tell that it was CGI.
Oh well, I think you can quite plainly when it kind of flips and there's that reverse shot, and Arnie kind of looks back over his shoulder on top of the truck. It looks like he's in front of a blue screen, and it's like a projected front projection background. I don't think it is that. I think it's just they blue screen it in later.
Ethan.
Yes, Ellie.
I have a qualm and a question.
Qualmstion, go.
Qualmstion, qualms and questions. That could be a part of the show.
It could, but it's not going to be.
What's that? Get rid of it. So if she's got all this kind of, let's say, surveillance. So there's that part where you see through the vision, you see where the cars are, you can see satellite navigation, whatever it is.
Yeah.
How come she looks so shocked when Arnie pulls up alongside her in his huge, massive lorry? Surely that would have been on her radar. Yeah,
would have been aware there was like another Terminator around her.
Why have they like messed that up? I don't know. I just didn't think that was very great. All of a sudden she looks and she does a double take, and it's like, well, first of all, she's a Terminator, so she wouldn't need to double take. Secondly, she should have already had him on her radar. She should know where he is, considering she's so much more of an advanced machine. And also, she's quite slow to respond to shoot him, which, again, mistake.
Shoot
but
her!
Works in our advantage. And then, lastly, I don't know, I find that they kind of pick and choose when, like, her response times are, like, crazy fast. Because when he actually hoiks her out of the
Hoiks her out of the sea?
Hoiks her in the sea. Because she'd eaten all these fags. With the axe, he pulls her out, throws her down. She lands, rolls, but then miraculously grabs hold of the back wheel or whatever it is. It's just like, oh, so she can move at the speed of light that time. But yeah, they're my qualms.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a mix of bad continuity and them just kind of like doing it for character purposes. I guess if they were literally just two machines without any kind of reaction, they'd just go. If you just look at him, she wouldn't need to show surprise because I don't know.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do that, I mean, I think the reason I struggle is either make her crazy advanced and just have her really advanced, or
you're just crazy advanced. I want to get to know you.
That's the gayest thing I think I've ever heard you say.
Oh my god, I want to get to know him. He's like crazy advanced.
How do you not watch South Park? You're almost quoting exactly.
Well, I've trod the boards in my time.
No, you haven't. Don't lie.
I've actually
the firemen, do we know who any of them are? What do we think of their drop and roll technique? I thought it was pretty bad.
Doing 90 miles an hour, I wouldn't fancy their chances much, even with a high-vis jacket.
I know, but when you actually see them drop and roll, it's so slow.
Yeah, well, I tried to discover when I was actually doing the show on Saturday alone.
If you could actually do that. So you jumped in John Nichols' car.
No.
He drove down the road.
We parked somewhere.
That'd be amazing.
And he hurt my mouth.
Oh. No. He made you pay for making him wait so long for his T-shirt.
He did, but he did say the show was very good. And
he
gets bummed when we don't do the
literally.
when we don't turn up with the show the next morning. And you know what? He was right, but that's not my fault.
Hey, this is not my fault either. I tried to contact you for 2 hours last night.
Oh, great, thank you. After a 3-day missing in action.
Hey, no, I was not missing in action. I was in contact with you for all of those days. In fact, you have been missing in action all weekend, but I don't go moaning about it.
Well, we had an electrical fire, so every circuit and wire in the house.
Yeah, but we had an electrical fire.
Set on.
Yeah, what
whatever.
on earth, dude? Whatever.
Yeah.
You literally get home and the house explodes.
Basically.
How did that happen? And how do you know how to fix that shit?
I don't.
I was actually genuinely impressed.
My nephew helped me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's not go too overboard.
Well, I was gonna say, dude, just be an electrician.
No, I think electrician's quite a skilled job. I wouldn't pretend to know that job after like only a few hours training. You need years and lots of practice. Ellie?
Yeah, but yes.
You obviously didn't listen to me, Elliot, but I did mention the 3 firemen. I couldn't find them on IMDb. Unless they were credited as different characters, but it would have said firemen, I would have thought, but I couldn't find them. That's kind of what first scuppered me when I first tried to do the show. I was trying to type and find them and talk. I think I should just perhaps not do that anymore. But I mean,
generally when you start looking for things, that's when you tailor off.
Yeah. I mean, well, that was only that was just
kind of what you're doing now.
That was the main problem with the show on Saturday, but that was just one major cock up. Would you like to know some other cock ups?
Cock up.
During the chase scene, they stabilize the legs on the crane of the truck. They're coming off the 4 corners, basically. The legs alternately extend and retract.
Oh.
Continuity schmuity.
Are there any more?
Oh, there's a second one.
Cock up.
Never gets old. The same silver Volvo 740 GL sedan is destroyed several times during the chase. Each time it is seen, the damage from the previous hits in the earlier scenes are clearly visible.
Any more?
Oh, there's a third one.
Cock up.
Yes, after the T101 starts driving the truck, yeah?
I'm with you.
There is a quick shot of the truck driving with him still hanging on the front.
Mm.
The fourth cock-up it is...
See, look what happens when I don't count.
During the crane chase, the boom and winch switch on the front of the crane. You're right.
Yeah.
Right, the boom and winch switch from the front of the crane to the back several times.
Good lord.
Cock up number 5. Bing, 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 bing. The headlight illumination on the crane vehicle is on throughout the chase. What? The headlight illumination on the crane vehicle throughout the chase. That makes no sense. That is a
You can't even
cock
read
up.
your own notes, dude.
Cock up number 6.
Ethan's spelling. Ethan's reading.
Most of the other cars destroyed during the car chase are already severely damaged.
Ooh, Lynn.
Couldn't afford to panel beat some dents out, could you, for your 180 million freaking budget?
Yeah, but Arnold's just, forked out a wad load of cash just to get this bloody truck in it.
The TX.
Also, question.
Mm-hmm.
You know when he drops the what would you call that thing? It's like a hook, like an arm. The thing that Arnold Schwarzenegger's been swinging around on willy-nilly.
It's a winch.
A winch, okay. So when he drops the winch into the manhole cover,
Yeah.
would that, the actual cable, would that first of all rip through pavement?
Maybe, but I would imagine it would have snapped before doing that. I mean, getting the hook to fall into that hole, if you were driving that fast anyway, it would probably just carry on being dragged down the road under the truck from behind.
That's what I thought. And second of all, what's that cable made out of? Because the fact that actually...
It's made of high tensile steel.
Is that a fact?
No.
Attack.
No, it's not.
Oh, I do miss the fact attacks.
Well, there'll be one in the next episode as you pay penance and do 3 episodes tonight.
Yay!
Oh, by the way, the YouTube upload in this house is 20 minutes.
Amazing.
What's yours? 5, 6 hours?
Whatever. I haven't got faulty wiring though. But I have lots of other issues with this house, so let's not go there. Did you want to say anything more about this particular clip?
And there's sadly nothing really more to say.
Aww.
Aww.
Well, let me loop my next 2 minutes.
You should do that. Thank you all for listening, everyone.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone.
We'll be back with episode 20, which is minutes 38 to 40. And it's the more of a continuation of the greatest truck chase never committed to film. Dude,
you're turning into Sean Connery. Every time you've said chase this evening, you've said chase.
Chase.
Chase. Chasing.
Chasing.
What you're feeling is the chasing.
What you're feeling is the bungling of trying to read a computer and do clips.
Do clips. Hasta la vista, Sean.
Baby.
I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm stupid in my head.